Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. 6 years after its critically acclaimed debut, Telltale's interactive Walking Dead story has finally reached the beginning of the end. The Walking Dead franchise is in the middle of a big transition. In its upcoming 9th season, the TV series will say goodbye to protagonist Rick Grimes. Fear the Walking Dead concluded its June mid-season finale with the death of protagonist Madison Clark. And the comic, which turns 15 years old in October, creeps closer and closer to its 200th issue, with the promise of at least one big death on the horizon. But for the foreseeable future, there's one thing all those Walking Dead stories have in common: whatever happens to the characters that populate them, the stories will continue. As long as The Walking Dead remains popular and profitable, there's no end in sight. So it's particularly significant that Telltale's Walking Dead video game series, which is, pound for pound, the best story ever told under the Walking Dead mantle, is calling its 4th season the final season. For the first time, fans will get to see a Walking Dead story come to an end. And the stakes are high, because fans have been preparing for this moment since 2012, when Telltale's Walking Dead first arrived. The final season promises a send-off for Clementine, the series' most developed and best-loved character, but she wasn't always the protagonist. Season 1 cast the player as Lee, who stumbled across the 8-year-old Clementine at the onset of the zombie apocalypse and vowed to protect her. Depending upon the player's choices, the season climaxed with Lee either dying of a gunshot wound or turning into a zombie, leaving Clementine to fend for herself. But the relationship between Lee and Clementine loomed so large in the first season that it felt particularly fitting when Season 2 put the player directly in control of Clementine, putting all the lessons taught by Lee to the test. Season 3, which jumped ahead in time several years, put the player in control of a brand new character named Javier. When Clementine eventually emerged, the game explored how she might appear to a stranger, casting her first as a dangerous adversary, and eventually, once trust had been earned, into a loyal ally. But after dabbling with a new player-controlled protagonist for Season 3, the final season wisely brings Clementine back into the center of the narrative. At this point in The Walking Dead's overarching narrative, Clementine is in her mid to late teens, having spent around half her life in the zombie apocalypse. Most pivotally of all, she's the product of the choices you made in the previous 3 seasons of Telltale's Walking Dead. If your Clementine spends the final season as a renewed soul, or a hardened survivor, or a realist in the chaos, you'll know it's because of the way you played the 15 episodes that came before. And for the record, if you haven't kept up on Telltale's Walking Dead, but want to jump in now, this story generator will allow you to begin the final season with whatever backstory for Clementine you choose.